Miss Universe Nepal. Oh my gosh, she's here. Okay, let's get ready because she is here. Miss World Africa 2019, Nyekachi Douglas. Hi!
Hi.
Miss World
Can you hear me
Africa
fine?
2019. Yes, I can hear you perfectly.
Okay, that's
I
great.
hope
Can
you're
you see me
doing well. How are you
well?
today? Yes,
I am
perfectly.
doing great, thank you. How are you?
I'm
How
good.
are
It's
you?
actually 8 p.m. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can
Yes,
hear you
perfect.
perfectly.
I can hear you perfectly too. It's actually 8 p.m. here, so I'm enjoying the evening rain
Aw,
outside. So how
aw.
are you?
Thank
How
you.
about
I'm
there? How's the
fine.
weather?
It's really hot, but I guess I'm enjoying the sweat, I guess. And thank you for staying up to
Okay.
interview me at till 8 a.m. Honestly, the commitment you have for pageantry is beautiful, and I really like that you're putting light on these women. I love that you're a woman empowerment. You're into it. Thank you, really. Thank you. I'm very grateful for what you're doing.
You're welcome. And to be honest, it really helps me a lot as well to know more about the contestants. And it's just amazing because as pageant followers, we only see photos, we only see what you
Mm,
post on the social media.
mm.
So it would be better if we also see how you speak and your thoughts. That would be amazing.
Yeah, and I have another thing to say actually. Whilst I was at Miss World, I remember watching your review of my head to head, and I had a lot of things to change. And after watching what you said, I was able to change myself in my next interview and the next time I spoke. Because honestly, truly, I'm quite a loud person. I remember you said I didn't give that energy because I was consciously
Mhm.
trying to be calmer and like meet with the societal standards of a calm queen. But then after seeing that, I realized that honestly, I have to be myself. And then I was able to speak and be loud and like chant as much as I wanted to. So thank you, honestly. What you're doing is helping a lot of women. You are a woman, a champion of women empowerment.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah. So let's get to this
Thank you very
interview.
much too. Yes, of course. Of course, everybody already knows you, but tell us something more about yourself still.
Well, my name is Nyekachi Esther Douglas. I am a public health student, and what else is there to say? Well, I grew up in a small compound in Nigeria, which from a low income family, and I was fortunate enough to go to a prestigious school. And that really gave me the chance to see two different kinds of lifestyles and pick which one I want for myself. And also, it's kind of given me and molded me as a person and given me the dream to want to give other children from similar backgrounds as me the opportunity to explore these lives, and also just put a space where children can protect their childhood dreams, which is why I started my journey on personal hygiene and like just helping children honestly reach out to their creative side and just grow it rather than just throw it away and go to the medicine, lawyer, and engineering and accountant. And that's pretty much what they teach us here. And that background, that childhood has really put me in that line. And I'm probably the most expressive and loud person you can find on planet Earth. So I guess that's me.
Yes, thank you very much. And your story, the way you have shared about it passionately, even that interview with tears where you get emotional. So I will be having questions about that later. And that's one thing that we really appreciate about you. So thank you very much. Now, what pushed you to join pageants? And specifically, was Miss World your main target, or are you also aiming for other pageants during that time?
When I entered, honestly, my secondary school, the first pageant they ever held, I was one of the first people to go in, but I was too young to participate. But because of they saw how much I loved just dolling people up, and I loved appreciating the beauty of a woman, not just the physical but the inside. They actually let me compete in the pageant, even though I competed 3 times and I never won. I never even placed. And after that, I stopped taking part in pageants. And what I used to do is I used to volunteer in my school. I would literally do everyone's makeup for the school pageant. I would volunteer backstage at New York Fashion Week. I really because at that time I was told that I wasn't beautiful and society's standard of beauty just wasn't me and I could never be a queen. That didn't stop my quest to still be a part of that community. I continued to volunteer with them, work with them. I'm not saying volunteering like a humanitarian. I'm sure everyone's like, oh my God, she's such a humanitarian. But honestly, that time, volunteering was more than just being a humanitarian. It was my life, you know. That's the kind of life that I loved and I wanted for myself. But because I was told I couldn't get that life, I kind of just said, well, if I can't get it, I might as well help people get it. And that's how I thought. And then I came to Nigeria and continued my work. I came to explore the healthcare system here in my country so that when I'm done with my school, I can actually come and establish something here. And they were doing MBG. And honestly, I didn't want to do it because, like I said, when I define beauty, I was not the definition of beauty to myself according to what society had put in my head. So when I got into it, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you, I wanted to go to Miss Universe as well as Miss World, but I wanted to win. My sister is kind of my driving force in the pageant industry, and she wanted me to win, even though I didn't understand how she would have thought like I could win. But because she said it honestly, because she believed in me, I started to see that in myself. And then I saw the winner in myself. And in my country, the winner goes to Miss World and not Miss Universe. So I was very privileged to go to Miss World. And, you know, that was a dream because when I was 3 years old, the very first ever Miss World lived, like, she was my neighbor. And I remember when she won, there was like the press was there all the time. And then at that time, I started wearing my mom's shoes and walking around. She went to the same primary school as well as me. So they changed the whole houses, like I don't know what you guys call it, inter-house sports. They changed the house to a Bani Derego house. So it was like, it was really cool. And all of that was just so beautiful to me. I knew that that's the life that I wanted for myself at that age. But then, unfortunately, because I hadn't really seen that many, aside from Abani, I hadn't really seen that many people that looked like me, that acted like me, especially on this platform. So I thought maybe it wasn't for me, but at least I could still volunteer. So I just kept on volunteering. And when I went for MBGN and I actually won, that was the craziest thing to me, the most surreal thing. And it was like I had to pinch myself and tell myself, you know, you actually did this. You actually got that dream that you thought you couldn't. So at that point, I thought the sky was my limit. I thought I'd go for everything that I want to go. And honestly, I love pageantry. And if I can't compete again, I know I'm going to dedicate my life to making sure Nigerian queens especially put themselves on the map out there. Like, I want to see Nigeria on the top in every single pageant because I know we have the talent. I know we have just as much as everyone else. I know our fingers obviously aren't equal, and I know we have the potential to be where the other queens from other countries are, even though we don't necessarily have the same opportunities in our country. In our country, beauty queens are kind of seen as a model and just for her facial beauty. But I want that to change, and I want people to see us as empowerment, as people that have come to empower us, as leaders in our country, as leaders in our continent, and obviously put us in the map. So I would say I love pageantry. If I'm going to compete at any international pageant, I would love to do it again, 100,000 times again. But if I can't, I would love to support any woman to achieve that dream because it's a beautiful thing. So yeah.
So thank you so much for that. And it's really amazing. It just takes one person to be there to push you to do something, and that's already enough. And see, you did amazing in Miss World.
Thank you.
And
Thank
speaking
you.
of amazing, you have been one of the ladies that dominated the fast track events of Miss World. You won top model and you qualified in talent and sports. You won also in head to head challenge. So how did you prepare prior to the competition?
I'm just gonna give it all to my sister. That woman, she is very, very much. I think from the time that I was a child, I remember her always if we were going out, I remember her doing my makeup first because she would do it herself because she just loved that life. She just loved seeing me as a doll, I guess. She just loved making me look the way that I thought I didn't. Like, when someone sees you as all that and you don't even see yourself like that. Eh? So with the way
Exactly.
that she saw me, I started because she believed so much in me. And unfortunately, not everyone has that kind of person in their life. But because she saw that in me, and I didn't even see it in myself, I started to, kind of explore that area and like look at myself, try to see myself the way that she saw me, because she treated me like a queen from the very second that I was born, honestly. And she was the driving force for my head to head. When I was going into this competition, I said my biggest struggle was speaking. I don't really speak that much, honestly. Even though I'm so loud, I get so shy in front of big crowds. Even though I'm like all over the place, I never shut up. I don't like when you put too much pressure on me, when you give me a mic, it's like I melt. And honestly, she told me, you have so much. It's not about being the best speaker. It's about sharing your story. If you can't speak, then share your story. Say what you know about yourself. Say what you know and what you've experienced. Because honestly, you think it's small, but it can really change someone's life. So that's how I prepared. That was my biggest struggle. Well, sports, I think that one is a natural talent that God has given me. I'm really athletic. I don't still know how BBI managed to beat me at everything. But that one kind of comes natural to me. I don't think I practiced for that one because I've been an athlete since I was in secondary school. Top model, I really, really wanted to win, but I didn't think I would win because have you seen France? Ophelia was like, she
Yeah.
wasn't walking, she was gliding. I wouldn't say I really practiced my walk that much because if you even see it at Miss World, it wasn't perfect at that time. I just kind of thought that's not the place I need to focus on. So I really focused on my head to head. And one thing that my sister made me do, and I think other queens should do, is really ask yourself, why are you doing it? Don't try to be the best speaker. Just try to be the
Exactly.
best person at sharing your own story. Because if you can't share your own story, if you're trying to share someone else's story, if you're trying to memorize something to make yourself seem smarter, you are going to fail. I can't speak. I'm going to tell you straight. I can't speak. The only thing I can do is share my story. So I would say the thing that really helped me to speak better when I was preparing for my head to head was having my sister asking myself, why do I want to do this? What do I have to bring here? And how can I share my story? What is the story that I want to share? And what is the thing that I want to change? She had me ask that all the time. What is this? Why are you doing it? She said, okay, if you're doing it because you think it's glamorous, why do you like the glamour? She just kept asking, why, until you've reached the real reason why you're doing this in the first place. I think knowing that is the key step to actually, achieving that crown that you are dreaming about, and having the right mindset to enter this pageant in the first place is the best thing that you could ask for, honestly.
That's a really good answer, and you have really explained yourself very, very well. And the
Oh,
fact that you
thank you.
just did it naturally made you even more amazing. I mean, others
Thank
have to
you.
prepare for it for a long time, but you just did it naturally, and you excel very well.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh,
Now,
I
after
prepared for
our
my head to head. I
yeah.
prepared for it a lot, trust me.
Anyway, after arrival and fast track events, you were immediately considered as one of the favorites to win. But before going to Miss World, did you expect that you are going to be considered as one of the heavy favorites?
Um, no. To be honest, the only thing that's the only thing I know about myself, and I think nobody can talk me out of it. I know that I am a model. I know that I can model. I know that I can dance as well. Those three things I know. In those areas, I would probably excel really good. It's very hard. I barely find people that are better at me at those. I'm not boasting. It's you have to know yourself and appreciate your good things. So
Yes,
I'm
exactly.
appreciating that part of myself. I am quite good at those things. And I knew that I would excel at those. But I did think I am in the process of learning to see myself as beautiful. So when it comes to being beautiful, when it comes to actually being the queen, I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't see that in myself. And that is an issue. And that is something that I'm working on because I feel like we shouldn't let we shouldn't let what society has put up to define what you see of yourself. Like beauty is not the face for me,
Exactly.
honestly. It has changed. It's changed for me as I've grown. So I think it's really important to allow people to define their own beauty, not to define their beauty as what you see as beauty. With
Perfect.
my crown, I hope that I'm not imposing my own definition of beauty on people. And I hope that they have the chance to see a different side of beauty and the kind of beauty that they like, and then define themselves as that kind of beauty. Honestly, you shouldn't, don't let anyone's definition of beauty define you. Define your own beauty, because
Perfect.
beauty is different for everyone. So yeah, that's what I have to say.
Perfect. Because many of us believe that as well. We really have to break the barriers and this definition of beauty that the society has created. Let us make
Yeah.
our own definition of beauty.
Yes.
That's perfect.
Yes.
Really
Yeah.
good.
Thank you.
Now, of all pageants, Miss World get the most number of competing delegates, usually at the average of 120 plus. Were you able to spend time to as much ladies as you can? And if yes, who were your closest friends in the competition?
I'm a social butterfly, so I'm pretty sure I talk to most of the ladies. I did try to hold myself back because I'm kind of pushy, and I love to spend time with people. I did try to consciously not just be all up in everyone's face, but I think I spoke to pretty much everyone. I think I have like a story to tell about each and every one of those girls that were there. And I don't think this doesn't mean that you have to have a story to tell about one of those, every single one, when you go to compete. It just means that that's my personality. If you're a calm kind, if you're the one that waits for people to come and talk to you, that's fine. You can also be a queen. Don't let my story define your own story, okay? So yeah, I did get to spend time with
Yes.
most of the girls and people that I was, the whole of Green Team, bruh. It was like we were the same person, but so different at the same time. We were like, how did Miss World manage to put people so like-minded and different at the same time in one group? That's how I felt, because I moved so well with every single one of them. BVI, Barbados, um, um, South Sudan, Rwanda, Sweden, Finland, every single one of them, literally, Ophelia, Jamaica. See, I shouldn't even be calling them by their names, but I'm calling them by their countries. I'm sorry about that. But then I
It's
think
okay.
I gelled so well with every single one of them. And honestly, I hope we have a reunion, because my being there, I came there with the intention to prove that I'm also beautiful. But you know what I learned? I learned that it's not about being beautiful. It's honestly, it's a union of women. It's a union of ambassadors. It's a union of leaders, not to compete with each other, but to learn from each other and grow your own country. It's like if all the presidents of the world met and they spoke, oh, this is what we have strong in our own country. And then you've given these other leaders, you shared your story, you've given these other leaders something that they can change in their country, and you've gotten 115 other things that you can change in your own country. That's what I want people to see Miss World at. That's what it was for me, honestly. And it changed my view on things and on life in general. So I say, people that are going to compete, don't go there catty. Don't go there thinking, I have to be the most beautiful one. Honestly, think that I have so much to learn from this. I can learn so much. To me, the biggest thing is learning. So maybe it could be something different for you, but I will forever and I will always be a learner. You can never stop learning. The day you stop learning, that's the day you stop growing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy to hear all of these experiences, and I'm pretty sure you still have a lot more to say about them. Well, anyway, but thank you very much for sharing them. And I really, honestly, 2019 was one of the amazing batch that we have in Miss World. So I'm really, really happy that you became a part of it.
Oh, thank you.
Now, when you were called in the top five, because it's like the big deal already when it comes to the top five. What was going through your mind? Because honestly, it was either you or Kenya was going to make it. So what? How did you feel when you were called in the top five?
The truth is, as I was standing with Kenya, I was literally telling her, please don't call my name. I was saying, please don't call. I really didn't want to go for it because I was told P.S. Morgan is going to rip me apart in this
Mm.
interview. And like I said, I really didn't think I knew how to speak very well. I think my speaking is very, very from my heart and very, very what I know. And if you ask me something I don't know about, I'm going to be there and lost. So I was really worried, and I was like, don't ask Kenya. I was holding her like, you're gonna do well, you're gonna represent Africa very well. So I'm proud of you. Like, just go forward and then go to the top five and kill it. Yes, Kenya, you got this. And they come and I was like, no. I was happy at the same time. But then another thing is, my friend told me the final of Miss World, the reason she knew I wouldn't win because she almost saw myself not looking as myself as a winner, and she saw that in me because usually I'm somewhat confident in myself, but then she could see that that confidence, the full Yeka wasn't present, and she said, I think that had a hand in the way that I placed. The fact that I wasn't necessarily seeing that winner in myself because, like I said, my definition of beauty, even I am still growing to learn myself, to see myself as beautiful. So I guess that fear and the excitement at the same time, it was beautiful. Honestly, I was happy that I was called top five. I was grateful, but I was afraid that I would let my country down. And that is something that I've worked on now. If I relive that situation again, I will be proud. Even though I said rubbish, I'll be proud of myself that I made it this far, and I will pat myself on the back rather than telling myself, oh, you're going to mess up, you're going to do all this. When there's voices in your head, I had a lot of those in my head at that time. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And it's amazing to hear these thoughts of you when you were standing on that stage, and we could even see your reaction. It's like you could not believe that you were called in the top five during that
Honestly, it
time.
was crazy.
Now, let's go to the interview with Piers Morgan, which you mentioned. You were very emotional and honest when you talk about your personal experiences. If there is one lesson that you can teach to the world right now based on your personal experiences, what would it be?
I think the lesson that I would teach to the world is to be grateful, man. You need to be thankful for what you have. You need to appreciate what you are in this life because honestly, the air that you're breathing, someone is paying for it, but you're getting it for free. We take a lot of things for granted in life, and we need to see the the gold in what we have, especially with this coronavirus pandemic. I was broken. I think one of my biggest weaknesses is dealing with change. And the year that I
Mhm.
walked in thinking was going to be the best year of my life had now become a year that I would almost do nothing. And you know what was even worse is that this is my area of specialty. Infection prevention and control is something that I am studying and I like to do. I like to know about and I like to tell people about. And I couldn't do anything. Not because there was no way for me to do anything, but because I couldn't see the power in the things that I have. I couldn't see the power in me coming on live and telling people, oh, this is how you wash your hand. I wanted to be out there. I wanted to be a doctor at that point. I wanted to be standing in the front line, but I didn't have the qualifications and I couldn't do that. And that broke me so much. And at that point, I forgot to see that, wow, I have a platform. There's people, even if I don't have 1 million followers, I have 50,000 followers. 50,000 followers, 50,000 more people on planet Earth will know that they need to wear a mask, will know that they need to wash their hands. And that is
Exactly.
something that I didn't see. And I looked down on what I had. So I've learned coming out from this pandemic, I've learned, listen, you have to be thankful for everything that you have and see the potential in it first. If you can't see the potential in what you have, how do you want the world to see it? And I had to tell myself that. My sister slapping me in the jaw, get off this sad place, come out of yourself and just use what you have to get what you want. So I say that is the lesson I would teach people. I would teach you to wake up in the morning and say, thank you that I can see. Thank you that I can breathe. Thank you that I can walk on my own. And if you can't, that's fine. Thank him that you can speak and you can have thoughts of your own. And thank him that you had the strength to make it through this pandemic. Not so many were lucky. So there's so much to be thankful about. And I really want our
Exactly.
generation to start by being thankful.
That's what I have learned too. So thank you very much. That is actually a very, very beautiful message.
Thank
Simple,
you.
yet jam packed. Very important.
Thank
And I have some
you.
personal issues with being grateful as well when it comes to other people. But then I have realized it's their problem. As long as we are doing good, we're dealing with people good, we're good. Now, let's go to the
Yeah.
coronation. Because honestly, I personally said that 2019 gave us one of the best top five ladies in the history of Miss World. Any of you ladies could actually win that night. Now, when only you, Brazil, and Jamaica remained in the top three, what were you thinking before Julia announced the winner? Because it could be you.
At that point, there was no way it was going to be. In my head, it was, oh, I can't wait for them to call Jamaica. I can't wait to just like be the first. That's what I was thinking. I was like, come on, just say, come out with it. And then I think at that point, I kind of knew that I didn't, that was not my time. Not that I couldn't do it, but it was not my time. And I knew, I kind of had the feeling in my heart that it was Tony Ann's time. And I was so grateful. I was so happy that I not only do I get to see someone that kind of looks like me on that stage, I get to see someone that I spent time with, and I know for sure and for certain has the right mindset of a queen and will lead young ladies of our time to a right place, and not, she would mislead them, Tony Ann. And then that was the excitement I was feeling, and I was just like, Julia, come. I was just waiting for Mrs. Julia to just say, I was like, okay, come on, come out with it. That was the excitement I was feeling. I think I need to learn, obviously, to be more controlling of the way that I react sometimes. But then who would have thought that my expressiveness would be a cause for me to be celebrated around the world? Who would have thought? So honestly, you have to be grateful for everything at this point. I'm grateful that I'm alive.
Exactly, which makes me wonder as well, how do you think will you react if you have been called as the winner that night?
I think I would have been frozen. I think I'd have like, I don't know. I don't know. You think you're gonna react, and then in reality, you would have reacted the completely opposite way. I don't know. I think I would have been frozen. The thing is, I never imagined that side of me. I never imagined myself as the winner, so I wouldn't know. Maybe if I imagine myself as the winner, I don't know. I think I'll be absolutely frozen. I'll be in complete disbelief.
Okay, now talk us through about your viral reaction when Jamaica was announced as the winner. And if we rewatch those videos, you were actually saying a lot of words to her. So we were wondering, what are you telling her?
I was okay. So before we got on stage, I was like, Tony, you got this. I was like, she was like, no. I was like, girl, stop. You have the crown. So, and then when I went in front of her, I was like, I told you. See, you got this. You like, I was just giving her words of affirmation, and then poured out my excitement on her. I should have let her take it in. Like, honestly, I feel like I was like on her, and I'm so sorry, Tony Ann. But yeah, I was really telling her how proud of her I am, and then how proud that people, how proud she's made people that look like her. And not just that, how proud women are of her, because she's honestly, I wish I could bring out my experience with Tony Ann and give it to everyone, because there was a time that after my interview, like I said, I have problem with my speaking. I feel like I can't speak well. And then I was telling her that, I feel like my interview was terrible, and I feel like I didn't do so well. Do you know what she told me? She told me, my interview, I talked about my toenail and how it doesn't grow. And I was like, well, that sure is different. That sure is not the same thing. And then just gave me the chance to just say, you know what, there's really nothing to be stressed about. I've done what I can. I've shared my story. I've been myself the whole time. So why am I scared? Honestly, why am I worried when I should just be happy, honestly, and grateful to be here? Standing there at that point, if you had told me like 1 month before I did my country's pageant that I would be the queen, I would have told you that you're a big fat liar. So in fact, she reminded me that, come on, be thankful that you're here in the first place. So I say that woman is beautiful. I say that woman is great. And I say that woman is going to change things in our country, in this world in general. Yeah.
That's really good. And let me just say that your reaction will forever remain as one. It's going to be historic. I mean, 100 years from now, it will be there always. I mean, that was just amazing. I mean, I know cheer all women is the tagline of Miss International, but that is what we saw in Miss World. I mean, that's amazing knowing there's 120 ladies, the reaction, not only you, but everyone has been supporting each other. Amazing. No words can describe it. Just unbelievable. But if only I could change something in Miss World, I wish they still did the finale song the Miss World theme. I wish they did that in your edition. But nevertheless, that was one of the most amazing reaction and coronation ever.
Thank
So
you.
thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
that. Now, being crowned as Miss World Africa 2019, how did it change your life?
Um, First of all, it showed me that I need to see my own beauty, you know? I need to not define myself as beauty from what society has put in my head or from what the people that had mean things to say about me in high school. It showed me that I can, in fact, do it. Because when I was leaving the country, I had people telling me to go and compete. I had people telling me, oh, you just have to place top 40. And I knew that in my heart, I think I can actually do this. And the fact that you guys don't even see the potential in Nigeria at all to even place there, I think that's an issue. So Miss World showed me, and not just me, my people, that we can also place as high as everyone
Exactly.
else. And I think I after Abani, our first and our only winner of Miss World,
Yes,
no one else has placed that high. And it's almost like they're telling
exactly.
the girls here just to do as much as they can. They don't even need to win because they can't win. And that's something that I wanted to change. And that's something that I'm grateful that I was able to change, you know? And it has given me a new view of myself. It has given me the eye to see pageantry for what it truly is and not what people think it is. To see it as an
Yes,
empowerment, to see other women and know that they also have strength. To come back now and see things that I didn't necessarily see as an issue before, with the way that boys in Nigeria and boys in Africa are treated and the way girls in Africa are treated. To see it and to understand why it shouldn't be, and to also have the voice to speak up against it and change something. I think the power to change that Miss World Africa has given me is incredible. I am so grateful for it, and I hope to God that I'm able to utilize it to its fullest potential. And I hope that I'm grateful enough for it to not see the issues that COVID has given to me and to move with the strength that Miss World has given to me. So I say Miss World, being Miss World Africa has given me power, and it's given me the opportunity to change things. And I think anyone that can change things in a society can make a new world. So yes, thank you. I'm
very
very
good.
grateful for that.
And 2019 is like really Nigeria's year in pageantry because you placed in the top five. Olutosin Araromi placed in Miss Universe as well after 19 years, I believe, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
2019 was really your year. So
Yes.
amazing. Both of you has really
Yes.
accomplished. This year, Nigeria is also sending strong candidate in Miss Earth. And the finals will be
Oh
on
my
the
God, I can hear
29th. So I really hope.
you.
Oh,
Hello?
hell, yes, I can hear you.
Yes. We are going to be
Yeah,
placing.
what I'm.
One thing I can promise is we are going to place in every. I don't know how it's possible, but if I have to go and push every single female by myself,
Yes,
Nigeria is going to be a country that you're going to hear in pageants more frequently by the grace of God.
exactly.
That's something that I need to happen.
Which is why I believe you need to be part of the Miss Nigeria team because you have placed after a very long time for your country, very very high, and I'm pretty sure that you have so much input and lesson to teach them, which will hopefully bring Nigeria into a much higher pedestal, not only in Miss World but also in other international pageants.
Yes. Um.
Now, you're only 22, right? Yes.
Yes, I am 22.
What are times taken?
I was gonna say, I hope that obviously the next queen who's gonna represent us at Miss World and Miss Universe, I hope that God
Yes.
gives me time to really spend with her and give her the right mindset as she goes. Like I'm gonna put my everything to it. I really, if I didn't bring the crown, I would really love for my successor to bring a crown home. So even if it's Miss Universe
Yes.
crown, Miss World crown, Nigeria is gonna bring one crown this coming year, this coming pageant season, this 2020 or 2021, whatever it is. I really want to see Nigeria bring a crown home. And I think we can do it. I believe in us and I believe in our females. And I hope
Exactly.
that I've shown them that they can do it. So, yeah.
And hopefully you could. Hopefully you will be a part of the team of Miss Nigeria because as what
Oh,
I've
I'm
said, you
being
are
a
going to be
part.
an asset in the team.
Yes,
Please.
definitely.
And going back, you're only 22, and this is like the question of everybody, including myself. Do you still have plans to go to an international pageant, specifically Miss Universe? Because we would love to see you in Miss Universe pageant. I'm not sure really sure how will the organization do it, but if you could insist yourself to be there, we would love to see you there.
Um, Miss Universe, the way it works in my country is I don't think after you place, you can't re-compete again because it's one pageant. One pageant sends to Miss World and
Oh,
one pageant sends to Miss Universe. But with the COVID situation, I don't know. I honestly don't. There's a possibility that I might represent Nigeria at Miss Universe. I don't know for certain. I don't know for sure. And I don't think I might know anytime soon because we want to hold a pageant. We want to hold one, and even if we don't hold one, we might just have the ladies that we've had from my sets. We might have to maybe top five. That's after toasting the three. We might have them do a small competition within themselves to send someone to Miss Universe. I want to go to Miss Universe. I'm not going to lie to you. It sounds like an amazing opportunity too, but because of the way that my country's pageant is set up, I don't think um I cannot first I cannot compete again because I am that'll be cheating. I already have a crown, you know? And that's just the way things are. I mean, there's a chance, honestly, never say never. There's a chance
yes,
that I might
exactly.
actually get the opportunity to represent us at Miss Universe. But the thing is, we don't know when Miss Universe is. If it's close enough, maybe I might go, but if it's far back, I would love for us to have a pageant and I would love for us to train someone to go to Miss Universe.
Yes, exactly for the comment. Finger crossed, because you
Yeah.
know there are a lot of countries are doing appointments with their contenders. So if you could be appointed, or what
Mm.
if they will ask you? I mean, you could join, but you have to compete in a national pageant. Will you do it?
We compete at MBGN.
Yes.
Um, and then that's not going to make sense because who's going to hand the crown over? I'm to hand the crown over because I'm the current title holder. So I would compete again when I hold the crown. Dang. I don't think that's possible. Maybe in another year, but I don't think
Yeah.
I've gotten. I think I've gotten quite a lot of knowledge from this first time of doing it. If I have to compete.
Um, you're freezing a little bit. I'm not sure what's happening. Anyone in the comment section, what do you see as of the moment? Because all I see right now is freezing. Oh my gosh. Let me see. Let's invite her again. I apologize. Yeah, she froze.
I'm sorry, I don't know
Oh,
what
she's
happened.
back. Yeah, it's okay. So, Miss Universe Nigeria and Miss World Nigeria is under the same pageant and
Yes,
organization.
it is. It's one pageant.
Yeah, I believe one chance is really the appointment.
Yes, it's possible. It's possible. I'm not gonna say
Yeah,
never say
very,
never.
very possible.
It's a huge
Especially if
possibility.
they really, especially if your organization is really aiming to get that high placement in Miss Universe, because all of us believe you can do it.
Oh,
I mean, Miss Miss World is a very, very difficult pageant to place, and you reach top five. Miss Universe, we believe you will be there.
amen, amen. I mean, never say
So
never. It's
we'll
possible.
exactly. So we'll just have to be hopeful. You're still 22, so you still have a lot more years, and let's give the Miss Nigeria team the time to reflect on it, and hopefully they will realize maybe we should just appoint her. We could possibly get our second Miss Universe. Wait,
Wait, the first one.
our
The first
first
one. Yeah.
first Miss Universe crown.
Hmm.
Hopefully.
I mean, we never know. We never
And
know.
exactly. Now, before we end this, what will be your last message to all the people who have supported you in Miss World 2019 and is still supporting you until today and is hopeful that we'll see you in Miss Universe?
I would say that I want you to take this time that we are stuck in. Some of us are no longer stuck in our homes, but this time that we've had to really reflect on your life, um, to look back at the things that you've done and look back at where you were 5 years ago, and then be appreciative of the growth that you've done. Even if you've just gotten a new phone, even if it's that little, trust me, that is a big deal. I need you to see every and any achievement you've made and you've had this year as a big deal, even if it's getting up from your bed in the morning, because you are a warrior for making it through this year. So I need you to know that, and I need you to be grateful for every time that you have on earth. So yeah, thank you so much for being at my back. Thank
Thank
you
you so
for being
much.
a solid rock for me to grow on. Thank you for seeing in me something that even I sometimes don't see in myself. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to be a human being, at the same time be a queen and be a leader. Thank you for letting me lead. Thank you for letting me wear Nigeria on my head. And thank you for now letting me turn back every time someone says Nigeria. Thank you. I am forever grateful. Thank you. You're a blessing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This interview is just filled with so much amazing and inspiring messages from you. So we really, really appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you
And
so
of
much.
course, thank you so much for the time that you have given us. I know you're very busy. So thank you so much. I really appreciate this. I really do.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And again, we will be knocking at the Miss Nigeria team to hopefully see you in Miss Universe
We
in the
never
future.
know.
Thank you
We
very
never
much.
know. Thank you.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
Thank
And
you.
just amazing. Thank
I
you.
have a
Have a wonderful day and a
wait. I
yes.
have a message for you. I know
Yes.
I've said this earlier, but then I don't think you realize the opportunity you're giving people that are competing to change and improve in themselves. You have a platform that you are using to change women, and you are seeing the power in women that not many men are seeing. And you know, I'm grateful for that. And as a woman, I thank you for seeing the power in us, for believing in us, and for giving us a platform to fix things in our lives and to see ourselves as leaders. Thank you. Honestly, I want you to see that as a big deal, because you are changing. You have changed me. You have helped me speak better on my own and believe in myself and show my true nature, and not just show what I think is going to get me a crown, but show who I really am. So thank you. Thank you for changing us. Thank you for believing in us. And thank you for helping us believe in ourselves. Thank you, Alvin. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And it's just making me emotional to hear those words because, again, I'm really doing my best as much as possible to be as constructive and helpful. Because, of course, you cannot tell people to improve if you are not telling them what to improve. So
Yes,
I'm
yes.
doing my best to be as constructive as possible because we understand how these ladies have been through. And the last thing they need is criticisms that couldn't help. So we need something that will push them, something that will push each other because we have this pandemic. That's all we need right now. Someone who will help us push each other wherever it will take us.
Thank you. Thank you. And in case, in the chance that I actually maybe somehow miraculously compete at Miss Universe, I want you to be as brutal and as mean with your criticism, because I need that. If I am in a competing space, I would need that. I would need to know where I can improve in. So thank you. Thank
I
you.
will. Thank you so much. Again, thank you so much, and I really hope you have a wonderful day and
You too.
amazing week ahead, amazing months and year. And hopefully we'll get over this pandemic and go back to
Yes.
normal.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much and hope to talk to you soon and have a wonderful day
Definitely.
again.
You too. You too. Bye.
Bye.